Hey Raiders, welcome back to another live arena battle video. This video will feature 15 fights and only 6 wins. I got in a lot of bad situations where I was just making bad choices in champions and during the fights, and then just plain unlucky in sometimes. So we'll get started here. They go with Wukong first, I go UDK Necret. They go Ragash and Pythion, I'll go Warlord and Ramontu. He's my recent nuker in Stoneskin. Then they go Krisk and Martyr, and I'm like, what is this? What is this team right here? And I chuckled to myself as I started, what if I just lose to this team? Well, I didn't put in a Reviver, and they're extremely tanky. They're all in Stoneskin. I'm waiting to to strip buffs because I know they're going to buff up, and I don't have Warlord. So while I'm waiting, they start to put some damage on my Necret. And as the fight kind of gets started a little bit more, I start to get a little bit worried. I tried to do a quick hit on Pythion and nothing took for debuffs and only took off about 20% of his damage with Ramontu. So at this point, I'm looking at Necret's HP dropping, and there he goes along with Ramontu, and this fight's over. So my laugh to myself about losing to this team surely happened. And then once Errol uses up his abilities, then I leave the battle. So that was a tough one. I think I was just kicking myself, and I probably should have banned the Pythion. But either way, I didn't get through to anybody. Ramontu probably could have taken out Wukong if I got the chance, and his block passive skills would have taken him out. Then it would have been 3 versus 4, but I still don't know if that would have mattered. So the next battle, this is a weird one. I banned the Rotos, and they've got Eric's. And this was the first of 3, I think, Eric's battles, which was just so confusing. And these Eric's, they smack, but I have not seen them that much in Gold 2, so I was very confused to see this many Eric's. And I was thinking maybe he's a response to Sun Wukong, but he banned my Sun Wukong. So, also, one of the mistakes I was making while fighting is putting in a champions like Arbiter that I'm not even used to using. Actually, he didn't ban my Sun Wukong. I guess I was confusing that with another battle. But I don't use Arbiter in Live Arena, and so I'm not used to the parameters that I would use an Arbiter team in Live Arena. And I just arbitrarily threw an Arbiter as my attack buff lead and got wasted there. So I go Sun Wukong first in my third fight here now. And again, I'm getting this trio of Duchess, UDK, and Eric. So Duchess and UDK I've been wanting to go with. And Eric's. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to ban the Hegemon. Now I can probably fight through the Hegemon. And then, oops, you know what? All I have is Necret, and they ban my Necret. And so they take out my 2 damagers. I have my Stoneskin Ramontu left, but he doesn't have enough. So yeah, that fight came up way too short. So just poor choices all around on pick and ban for really the first 3 fights. Kudos to those guys putting those teams together and winning and having consistent success with them. But to me, it's very frustrating when I think what I was doing is I haven't had a 15 fight day in a really long time. And I was pushing myself hard to just go by the numbers and get some wins because I'm winning 55% of my battles in Gold 2. So I'm like, if I fight 15 times, I should win 8 of them. And well, I didn't win 8 of them. I came close, but I did not win 8. So this one, they've got a Speed Duchess, Arbiter Duchess, with 3 damagers. All of them kind of survivable at least. And I've got Ramontu and Warlord. So I like my chances here. Doesn't mean I'll win. So they're all on cooldown, so that's a good thing. If I can take out that Duchess, I may have a shot. And passive skills are gone, so if I could take out Wukong with the passive skills blocked, then that would be a benefit too. Duchess is able to buff before I block their active skills again, and before I killed her. But Wukong's gone, and he's not coming back. Oh, he is coming back. He did have that debuff already gone. So at this point, I got to wait for that to come around, and I killed him with it. So it looks like I'm going to pull up my first win of the day, and he left the battle. So at this point, I'm rejoicing for finally winning a battle today. So I'm going to keep going, though, and I'm thinking here I need to just recover, make it to 10 fights. So another Duchess UDK. So I'm going to pick Necret because I don't want to lose him too, and I pick Warlord because they look slow. He'll bring in a Marichka, which Marichka and Duchess, one of them really has to get banned, and then combined with Ultimate Death Knight makes it even more difficult because you can't single target anybody. So they ban my Helicath, and I banned their Duchess thinking, okay, I can pick off the other three besides Marichka and then worry about killing them a second time. And there goes Tormund, so I'm doing pretty good. But that Eric's just obliterates me. And then I've got nothing left. I came really close to doing it, but Eric's just destroyed me. Another Eric's. So then I get Sleepwalker. And I'm thinking, okay, he's just barely in. Finally, I'm getting somebody who's just barely into gold 2. And he starts off with Warlord in a speed team. So I don't want to lose Wukong as well, because I'm going to have to ban the Warlord. So this one's going to be facing Arbiter and Duchess. So I'm going with, I was thinking Ramontu, but again, I'm not that confident with just having Ramontu. So I go Xena instead. He's got Duchess that'll trigger Xena, and he bans Sun Wukong. So we get started, and then he goes Ramontu. So I kind of wish, I was kicking myself, I kind of wished I had gotten Ramontu. But either way, this team, not that strong up against mine. I was able to pull this one out pretty quickly. Maybe not quickly, but at least with relative ease. So, a few more turns into this and I should have them all gone. And just waiting to take them out. And I think, oh, there goes the Duchess. And then finally finish off the Arbiter. So, good win there. And then I jump right back into it and I get a rematch against Sleepwalker. And I'm thinking, okay, another easy battle. But no, I kind of get lazy with my state of mind. Like, pick Sun Wukong. Because with the lower opponents, I always pick Sun Wukong first anyway. And then he goes Duchess Warlord, which is starting off as the same team. I pick Ramontu this time because I don't want to lose Ramontu to him. Even though Ramontu was really ineffective against me. I don't want to lose him this time. So, I know he might go Arbiter, but this time he goes Elva instead, which can be really annoying. So I'm going triple damager, assuming he thinks my Ramontu is just a debuffer. And so I'm looking at his team like, I should be okay against this. But no, again, it was just kind of lazy on my part. I decided to take out the Yakarl real quick so he doesn't do anything. And then the problem is Elva here as a cleanser can be really difficult. It's down to those two. They're really tanky. And I was getting pretty close, but I've already lost my Xena. I lost my Xena relatively quickly. And all I've got for defense is Ultimate Death Knight. Wukong will come back a couple times, but they're fast enough and they're going to take him out before he can do any damage. So I lose the rematch. And at this point, I'm just kind of speeding through these. That's why I got these on 4x speed, to show you mentally how I was speeding through these and just not really making good choices at the pick and ban stage. I got intimidated by them picking my choices, like Ultimate Death Knight. Like, if they picked Wukong, Wukong is a difference maker against me. If I pick Wukong, they have an easy counter to him. And nobody's picking Siphi. So here I go double block Reviver because they have Wukong and Rhodos. They're going to ban my Warlord, and they'll go first. So right off the bat, I lose my Foley, but I'm able to ally attack and take out their Wukong. So if I can just work on and get their Rotos, and that was a heartbreaker. I didn't quite get enough damage on Rotos to trigger him earlier. But trying to hang on with these two, and if I can get in Nithway a shot, he doesn't quite take out Rotos, but because they don't have a reviver, I'm able to take out Rotos with Nekret. So now I'm able to take out Lysandra, and then this Ultimate Death Knight is doing some serious damage, but then I finally recover, and I'm able to just finish him off. He's extremely tanky, so it took me several turns. And I still have to build my Ascended Inithway, or my Awakened Inithway, back in my better Inithway gear. This is the unawakened one. So win that one, and get right back into it. So I pick up Zelmir, and I just could not get on any kind of winning streak either. So finally somebody who goes Siphi first, I go UDK Nekret. He goes Duchess and Wukong. I'm kind of thinking maybe it needs to go UDK Duchess for me as my response picks. But people don't often go Siphi Duchess in live arena. So his third is Kymar, and I banned the Siphi when maybe I should have banned the Kymar, or I should have banned the Wukong. But it's hard to say. I don't have a block reviver, so I was worried about chain revives. So Wukong's back, and he's able to destroy me. All of a sudden, my nuker was gone. So again, just pick and ban is poor. This one starts off with Arbiter, and I just don't see people starting off with Arbiter, so that confuses me. Then I see, okay, he's going straight bombs. So I'm going to load up against bombs. And I missed out on one of my champions that's good against bombs, which would have been Skullcrown, because I have her built for that. But then I get stuck, and I waited about 2 minutes and realized I was hoping this was their internet, their connection, and they left the battle, but based on this load screen, I left the battle. Exited out, got back in, and it was me that left the battle. So I lost that one, even though I felt like I had a good shot at winning that. On to the next one, I get Fallen Angel. They go Nekret first, which you don't see much. So I'm going to go Wukong and Duchess. Now I'm just hoping I don't lose UDK. They're going to go UDK, and they're going to go Rotos. So here I'm thinking, ban the Rotos. Everything's built around keeping Rotos alive. But who's going to be their second damager? So I'm going now Duchess and Siphi, and I've got Warlord in there. So to counter my Siphi, they go Xena, and then I time out, and I should have just gone Ramontu, but I ended up getting the Cardinal pick, and he banned, of course, my son Wukong. I had no damage. But I get into this, and they're not able to do anything against me. So after a little while, I'm like, okay, well, I can keep bringing myself back. What can I do once their buffs run out? Nekret's going to get a few protections here and there, but maybe I can start working down their damagers, and if I get their damagers gone, maybe he'll quit. And then if he doesn't quit, maybe I can take out his UDK. So I'm kind of working it through to see what I can do here. But the unfortunate part is, you got to wait a long time for both the Nekret protection to be gone off, say, Rhonda, and he's got Xena protected. So for those Nekret protections to be gone, as well as the stone skin off of UDK. So here I'm 4 minutes in. He's killed a few of mine a few times, but I just keep bringing him back because, well, it's a super tanky team. I'm thinking at this point he probably doesn't have the ability to kill me, and I find out later that's not true. But finally, Nekret protection at almost 5 minutes wears off of Rhonda. Just need to wait for the shield to be gone so I'm not wasting my hits. And then Duchess gets to be my primary nuker. So I came a little close to dying right there, but Duchess will bring them back. Or, no, I'm gonna let Cardinal bring them back, and then I'm gonna heal up. So, going after the Rhonda at this point, and if he's able to alternate in Necret protection on Rhonda, then I'll switch over to the Xena. And he shouldn't be able to heal up at all, because if I keep them locked out, then UDK is not going to get any continuous heals up because he's so slow. So, getting Rhonda actually fairly down with just Duchess. So what I'm thinking is, if I can get Rhonda killed and then kill Xena, then I work on the UDK, and all four of them being able to attack the UDK may actually kill UDK, despite having Siphi in there. So he gets Rhonda protected, and I work over onto the Xena. This would be an epic win, though. If I could have pulled this win out, and I was really praying for this, because this would have been really cool to have won. But had I been able to pull this out to beat with 4 tanky support that have like no damage, with Duchess as the primary damager, it would have been kind of epic. So, still working on it at almost 12 minutes in. Figure I'll see what I can do for damage on UDK as I wait for the shield to wear off of Rhonda again so I can start working on her. But something's going to happen pretty soon. I think it's a couple more minutes into this fight, where I make a mistake. They're trying to work on my Warlord so that Warlord can't keep putting them on cooldowns. And when I bring them back, they kill me again, and they're able to finally take me out. So, but the mistake that I had made, I guess I missed. It's where UDK was able to get Provoke on him. So this is, I think, the second time on the day that I lost 3 in a row. And one, I felt like I should have had a chance to win the versus bomb team, but never got to find out. So then I'll face this guy. He goes Ultimate Death Knight first, and I go with Wukong and Necret. He goes Harima and Warlord, and I go Duchess and Ramontu. So, feeling okay with this so far. Obviously, I'm going to ban the Warlord. And then Rotos. So that's a Rotos Harima combo. And almost ran out of time again, and I pick Errol. Errol's good against all of those. And so it's Duchess and 3 damagers. So I got to start off, and with 3 damagers, I'm so susceptible to getting killed. I have to just start off rocking their damagers and just taking them out, because if I don't, then they're going to be able to work on me. They're going to keep mine down while Duchess works back around on her cooldowns for her revive, and then it's a bad spot for me. So I'm keeping Rotos down, trying to get the Harima down again. I don't want to revive him yet because I think she might be able to AoE. Alright, Rotos is back. And still working on him. Got Pythion pretty low, and I'm able to take him out and finish it off. So that one could have easily gone the other way, though. Even though I won that, I feel like my pick and ban strategy was still poor. And I won, but picking the 3 damagers when that's not my style, that's not my strategy, that's such a big risk. So here they go Georgid and Necret. So I know I'm going to go Goffred. So I got Ramontu in there again. I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with Ramontu, even though I'm not winning a lot of battles today. I go Goffred and Warlord. So I'm going to ban the Necret. And I don't know what that mythical does. I probably should have banned that mythical because he really was the difference maker here. I don't even know who he is. I don't know what his name is. I don't know what he does. And he does damage and revives. So he was a problem for me. I mean, you could see I was holding my own and winning the battle, really, for the first half of the fight. And then They just wore on me, and he finished me off. Duchess was about 1 HP from killing him, but didn't quite get it. So that one was a heartbreaker. I felt like Goffred got countered pretty well because he was effective, but minimally effective in that battle. So then I get a speed Arbiter Kymar plus Taurus, and I'm going Wukong Ramontu again. And then I go Duchess instead of the Warlord. So this time 2 mythicals. I'll ban the Lady Mikage because I don't like what she does. I don't like the strip, I don't like the stun, I don't like the ally attack, I don't like any of it. And I think Mezomel has a block revive, maybe hits through Stone Skin, but so far she's not doing much. They are all buffed, and Arbiter's gone, and then Mezomel's gone, so looking pretty good, and he left the battle. So I think this is my last battle of the day. I started off 1-4, then 2-3, and then this battle, if I can win it, would be 3-2. So this is to kind of salvage the day, even though it's not fully salvaging the day. And it would put me at -6 on the day. However, if I was to lose it, then it would put me at -16 on the day. So it's a Siphi and Rhodos duo with Harima and Ultimate Death Knight. So again, I'm going Wukong and Ramontu. Getting more comfortable with the Ramontu, so that's a good thing. So then this one, the load screen problem, and I'm just praying, oh no, is it me? But it turns out to be him, and I get the freebie. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.